center. This game should be a good one. First for the Spurs. Arthur and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. Brazil taking the 28th pick back in 2008. The 6'11" pivot man, Thiago Splitter. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Duncan in at the 4 spot. And for Miami. Oh! Right there. Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that right. You know, the guys on the bench are going crazy right now at the sight of that jam. You know, if you just look at the numbers without knowing who Dwayne Wade was, you'd think he's probably 6'7" or 6'8", but the way he blocks shots and rebounds, even at 6'4", he just plays much bigger than he really is.
The 3 from LeBron. Tim Duncan grabs the miss.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the defense has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull that trigger. You've got to be in his face and not give him any space. And you can see they recognize that, Clark. I mean, they are not going to give him that look.
Here's LeBron. And there's another one for the Heat. And you go back, Clark, to that big man game for Wade, averaging about a block shot a game for his career.
Well, you think about it, he's 6'5", but he actually has a 6'11" wingspan, and you're not going to find a stronger guy at the shooting guard position. He's over 220 pounds, and there's nothing extra there, so he brings a lot to the table.
Here's Bosch. To come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Parker gets to Splitter. Leonard, smooth as silk on the finger roll.
Gotta love the finger roll up and over the defense.
Miami's gone 0-2 from deep here. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. And what'd you find out, Doris?
He'll be up against a future Hall of Famer, Tim Duncan, in this one, and I asked him how Duncan changes what they do on the defensive end. He relayed that he told his guys not to be over-aggressive within the post, saying, if we start fighting on every fake he throws our way, we'll all be in foul trouble. We can't let that happen. We'll see if they can avoid just that, guys.
Thanks again, Doris. Clock is at 3. LeBron with the block. Wade dishes the box. No one near him. And another basket for Miami.
Go, boss.
Pleasure to watch him work at that end of the floor.
Spurs trail by 3. Pass to Duncan. He's against Allen. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And it's blocked by Cole. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Splitter gets the screen from Leonard. And Parker, here we go. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron. Duncan with the bucket.
Look at the size discrepancy there between the defender and the shooter. Well, those are warm-up jumpers when there's not a hand in his face. He'll knock those down all day.
Leonard against LeBron. And it's off from three-point range. The Spurs have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Parker drives in. And stolen by LeBron. Wade passes to Bosch. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got 3 assists tonight. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Miami.
Well, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers, turning them over. Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far. And that's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
1:52 left here in the opening quarter.
And as you might expect for the team with the second-best record in the West, the Spurs dominated the East last season, played each team twice for a total of 30 games, and went 25-5 in that stretch. You're going to be waiting a long time
Antonio calls the first time out of the game. And Clark, back to what you said about the Spurs in the East, is far and away the best record against the conference, Steve, for a team in the West.
Yeah, the second best record was Memphis with 22 wins. So kind of scary to think that they rested their big stars a few times against teams in the East, and they were still able to put up that kind of a record.
San Antonio making a switch here. Matt Bonner, he's checked in for Split. Diao comes in for Tim Duncan. Bono Ginobili, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Bellinelli in for Daniel Green. He'd have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Allen, he's guarded by Diao. Allen's shot is off.
Manu Ginobili is really one of those electrifying all-around players. He's as fun to watch as any guy in the league. He scores, he defends, has a nose for the ball. He does everything, and usually he packs a bunch of production into short stints of playing time. He's now in his mid-30s. The question becomes for him is health. How much longer can he go at the level he's played at throughout his career?
It's Parker with the drive. Bellinelli with the 3. It drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
Boy, has there been any defense played yet in this game?
Nope, this game has been all about rapid-fire offense early.
LeBron outside. Shot clock at 6. And it's Miami with another.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
The feed to Bonner. Back to Parker. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Parker's got his second bucket of the night. LeBron kicks to Bosh. Fires the 3. And that one's good.
Another lead. How many of these are we going to have?
I don't know, Steve, but the momentum in this game has certainly swung like a pendulum.
And that concludes a back-and-forth high-scoring first quarter of play. Miami ahead. They lead by a bucket. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
And I thought the key to that first quarter, guys, was the turnovers they faced with that aggressive defense.
Well, the defense, as you said, Steve, has been really aggressive, and it's paid off for them a few times already.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Thank you, Kevin. Tony Parker and teammate Boris Diaw have known each other since high school back in France. Boris says of Tony, quote, he's a point guard who can do it all. He can be an organizer and make the team play. Other times, he's going to be a scoring point guard. It's pretty rare to have both. And guys, Coach Popovich talked about how Parker's decision-making has matured as far as reading when to pass and when to score. He's found a great balance as the years have gone on, guys.
He can do it all, Doris. Pass, shoot, special talent.
You know, guys, I would call that methodical but explosive. You know, he waits for the opportunity and then boom, right to the rack.
Backing down is Anderson. That one off the back iron and out.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
Ginobili kicks to Parker. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. 6 points for Tony Parker.
Nice pass. That one was right on target.
Well, I think this is one of the more amazing stats in sports when you think about it. No matter the season or the roster, the Spurs just seem to find ways to win 50 games. They've done it 14 straight seasons now, which is off the charts.
You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
He dishes it to Bellinelli. Ginobili on the wing. Drills the three-pointer. Ginobili's got 5 now. And Clark, as you said, the Spurs last season hitting 50 wins for the 14th consecutive season. By the way, that's an NBA record. Second closest were the Lakers with 12 straight, Steve, from 79 to 91.
Yeah, 58 wins last season for San Antonio. Greg Popovich calls it corporate knowledge, just the consistency that comes with the experience of the group. And they've been together so long, particularly that core, that I think it allows the Spurs to really kind of cruise at times during the regular season.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Splitters checked in for Matt Bonner. Duncan comes in for Boris Diaw. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Green in for Bellinelli. It's stolen by Duncan. The try by Green. Back to Duncan. Parker outside. Into Tim Duncan. It's stolen by Allen. LeBron with it. Now guarded by Splitter. Feeds it to Allen. Back to LeBron. Nice D from Duncan.
Much has been made about the show LeBron puts out during games, but he also puts on the spectacle in his pre-game routine. Last season, he and others started pulling out all the stops and dunking in the pre-game warm-up in an effort to break a sweat.
I like the defense, guys, really getting a hand up and challenging shots.
Yeah, Steve, lurking on that shot, and that was a tough one.
Out of bounds, Miami takes possession.
Difficult to explain that turnover. And I guess he thought he had more room than he did, but he really lost his place on the court.
The Heat trailed by 3. And Clark, you mentioned the pregame dunks for LeBron, and devastating finisher. Some have asked why he's never competed in the All-Star Slam Dunk competition. In fact, I say that every Saturday night I sit on that microphone. Why isn't LeBron in this competition?
Wouldn't it be nice? In fact, I think didn't Magic Johnson even put up a $1 million incentive for him to compete? Yeah, it would be incredible to see him. I don't know. I think it's become almost a chore for players these days to enter, but it would be fantastic to see him out there.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Now here's Parker, defended by Cole. And now LeBron pushing it up. No one does to stop him. Breakaway slam. Mark and Steve, lead changes now. And we're still just in the first half.
Both teams showing a lot of resilience, actually coming back, back and forth, back and forth.
Reminds me of a song.
Yeah, I'm not sure I've seen a game with so many lead changes this early on.
LeBron with the ball. We've got 1:48 left in the first half. A stupendous finishing traffic. And now it's a 3-point Heat lead.
I'll tell you what, LeBron can absolutely soar in for the finish. I remember last year the alley-oop in the conference finals against Indiana just almost put his head on the rim.
Air freight is a nickname we could dub LeBron James. I mean, he's an unstoppable force and an immovable object. Defensively, the strength, length, mobility, he can wall you up and lock you down and put you away.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Tim Duncan was offended after last year's finals when reporters asked if he'd consider retiring. He said, I can't believe you're asking that question. It's been 5, 6 years you're saying we're too old. And guys, it's true. This is a team that's been written off season after season. And they find a way to keep their window open. Coach Greg Popovich said, quote, vacation is overrated. You can only grow so many tomatoes and read so many books. Guys, until they say they're done, you never count them out.
Doris, the Spurs win percentage over the Duncan era, the best of any team in NBA history over a 15-year span. I'd have to agree with you. Lead outside. It's stolen by Green.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity they have.
Well, they need to be.
And that one's good. And now just a 1-point Heat lead. 2-for-1 chance here.
Yeah, let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Boom. There's 3-pointers off the mark. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game time. Duncan with a screen on LeBron. The try by Green. And the rejection by LeBron.
And if they're smart, they will hold for the last shot.
That's got to be the objective here, Steve.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Cole. Wade. Wade gets a screen from James. From past the arc. Gets it to go.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
by 4. We've been here for the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce. We'll see you after the break for the start of the second half.
And now, brought to you by Sprint. The weekend is finally upon us, and on this Friday night, it's time for the halftime show. The Heat taking care of business. Defensively, very disruptive. They've been effective forcing turnovers. Nice steal so far. A great performance by LeBron in the first half. He has 12 points and is putting out the effort defensively as well, making his presence felt on both ends of the floor. And on the other side, San Antonio just keeps scrapping. Their second unit giving The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And from high above, a view of downtown Miami and the American Airlines Arena. Welcome back, everyone.